everybody. I am freshly back from the advanced screening of The Hustle with Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson. Now, mind you, major spoilers because technically this movie isn't even out yet. It's out in 2 days. So major spoilers. I'm going to spoil this movie. So if you've not seen the movie, which I don't think you have, then don't watch. Come back to it at a later date. Let me know what you think. All right. Basic plot line of this movie is Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson play two con women. Anne Hathaway is the more sophisticated one. She dresses very well. She has an accent. She has millions upon millions of dollars because of her con jobs. And then you have Rebel Wilson on the other end, who is very, I hate to say trashy, but very unsophisticated. Her cons exist of getting free lunch and about $500, where Anne Hathaway is making millions off of what she's doing. These two meet by chance, but then they decide to join forces, etc., etc., etc. I was looking forward to seeing this movie because the trailer looked very funny. And I love how I mentioned in my long shot review, how they take two actors from two totally different realms. You would never imagine them doing a movie together and smashing them together. And that's what they did in this movie. You have Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson, who you never thought would be in a movie together, and smashed them together. It didn't work, people. It did not work. And let me tell you why. Okay. Now, I really enjoyed the first 20 minutes of this film. It captured my attention. I enjoyed where it was going because you have the more sophisticated one, the not so sophisticated one, joining forces. Anne Hathaway decides to train Rebel Wilson to be a little bit more sophisticated with her cons, be more elaborate, very detail-oriented. They had a whole montage of her training Rebel Wilson for this. That's where it got me. I was into it at that point. I said, yes, this is going to be a good movie. Nope. As soon as they decided, whoever wrote this did an awful job, because when they decided to pit these two con artists against each other and make it a competition, they chose a mark, and whoever could get the mark first wins. That's where you lost me. I didn't like it. I did not enjoy that at all. I wanted these two women to join forces and have an entire movie about that, explore some territory that hasn't been done before. I mean, what they did with this movie has been done again and again and again. And the ending is so predictable. So here's some major spoilers. So they choose their mark, who they think is a tech, like, millionaire, billionaire. And they decide, okay, whoever can get him to give them money first wins. And then it's whoever can get his attention or affection wins. So they changed that, which was kind of weird. And then it turns out that in the very end, their mark was also a con artist. Okay, so now we're just supposed to accept that. I feel like the entire movie was wasted time because he was a con artist himself the entire time. And this has been done. Like, we've done this before. It wasn't fresh. It wasn't new. It wasn't anything. It was very disappointing, okay, is what it was. And then where you thought the movie was going to end, it didn't end. And it was kind of dragged. I mean, the movie ran for an hour and a half-ish. But it felt longer than that, I will say. And that is just so disappointing. I was extremely disappointed and let down with where this movie went and how it proceeded to go. Like, not good. Not good, people. Performance-wise, Anne Hathaway, I mean, Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson portrayed themselves, or at least how I think that they are in real life on the screen. Like when I hear Anne Hathaway's name, I think snooty, uppity, maybe with an accent. And that's what she was in this movie. And by the way, with the accents, it was way too much. She had an English accent. She had a German accent. She had so many accents going on. It was very hard to understand even what she was saying sometimes. And then you have Rebel Wilson, who's pretty much playing Rebel Wilson as a con artist. And that's really hard for me to say because I thought she was growing in Isn't It Romantic when I did my review of that movie. I enjoyed her in that movie. She had some range, not in this movie. Like, this was Rebel Wilson through and through. No surprises there. This was Rebel Wilson as a con artist. That's it. However, I will say my one highlight of this movie was Rebel Wilson's performance because she had me laughing. She was the only thing that had me laughing in this movie. Anytime Anne Hathaway was on screen, I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what it is about Anne Hathaway. I just don't enjoy her. I will never go to a movie to seek out Anne Hathaway's performance. She doesn't hit me. I don't know why. It's always been like that. Overall, I gotta say, on the love it or hate it scale, I hated this movie. It was not good. This was a total disappointment. Oh my God. It could have been good. It could have been good. And you know what? I should have known when the opening they actually had opening credits in this movie, and it was an entire like animated montage of the two leading characters. I should have known right then that this movie was going to be tanked, because who does that anymore? Okay, like most movies now don't even say the title, and you have an entire opening animated sequence of the opening credits. It felt very 90s. Oh God, bad. I mean, if you want to treat your mom to this movie this weekend for Mother's Day, that's up to you. My suggestion, maybe try Palms with Diane Keaton. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to see that movie because that just looks like a train wreck. But as far as The Hustle, it didn't hustle enough. It wasn't that great. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. Go and see this. I hate to say go and see it because I just said don't see it. But if you do go and see this movie, comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy this movie? Am I crazy? Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for enjoying me, guys, for another Susan's Reviews.